Good morning, everyone. This is our Bible study review for the ministers class, and we have our students up here ready to go with our review. We're talking about, out of the book of 2 Corinthians, the topic of suffering. We need to all understand that. So we've had a wonderful lesson in that today. All right. Why did Paul say he was afflicted? Why did Paul say he was afflicted? He said, I was been afflicted. We know that affliction comes for a reason. And
for the sake of the people, so they can see what he went through, then if he can make it, then we can make it also.
Exactly, Sister Nita. We have afflictions because people are watching you. How you respond to the afflictions that God placed upon you, their reaction now is based upon your reaction. You don't trust in God, then they won't trust in God. All right. What happened to Paul in Asia? Something happened to him. What happened to the Apostle Paul in Asia? But what happened to him? Something happened to him.
Well, he was treated harshly. He prayed for his life, really.
Yeah.
He was to where he knew in what specifically happened about him tell us, it was so traumatic that he thought he was dead.
Yeah, the Lord had to come to him and tell him.
But he knew that God saved him and he gave God the glory.
Exactly. So now we have suffering, we have all these things that happen to us. And there's some reasons that we go through. Y'all need to listen to this because you're going to need to know why you're going through suffering, why you're having a hard time, why things are difficult. And then you know how to respond to that in a positive way. So this review is to help you. So we're trying to help you to understand what it is and why you're having trouble with your house, with your car, with your money, with your wife, with your relationship, with everything. And then you'll need to know how to respond. All right. So what is the first reason why Christians go through suffering in the first place?
We suffer, we discover what God will do for us.
And what else?
And make us strong. We discover what God will do for us and how he will take care of us.
That's right. We suffer so we can find out what God is going to do. If you don't suffer, you don't know what God's going to do for you. If you don't have a hard time, you're never going to know. But if you give up, then you're going to have some issues. What's the second reason Christians go through suffering? It's the second reason.
So we can comfort others who are in any trouble.
Yeah. But if you moaning all the time and always complaining and carrying on, your job is to help other people and have a smile on your face. Paul says, if you're going through some suffering, smile. Jesus said, don't frown up, wash your face. Because you are trying to help others to stay strong in the Lord. What's the third reason Christians go through suffering? There's a third reason. We picked out 4 reasons why Christians go through suffering. Because you need to find out what God's going to do. You're trying to help others. And what's the third reason?
Well, he knows that we have a stubborn spirit that we would try to solve our own problems. So we run to our families or friends or whatever and ask them what to do about different things that's going on in our lives.
Yeah.
But he sends us this suffering to break that spirit in us and let us know that we can't do it on our own, that we do need his divine help.
Yeah, that self-will. I can do it. I'm good. I'll take care of it. I don't need no help. I'm going to do it. You go off over in the corner somewhere instead of talking to others so that they can help you, you lose your blessing that God gives you. So, all right. What's the fourth one? Reason that we suffer?
We suffer because to help others. It teaches us that we need each other.
Yeah.
Whether in prayer, in bereavement, in disasters, whatever that we go through in life, we need each other.
Exactly.
And
If you trying to go and do everything by yourself, going off into a hole somewhere while you're going through some trouble, you're not gonna make it. God put you in there so you can ask folks, talk to somebody, tell them, I need this, I need that, and our job is to help. That's why we're here on this earth.
so,
What's that?
so I just like to add, the beauty of this lesson to me was the fact that Paul went through some things that we might see how he handled it. And yet, even at the point of death, he chose to trust God. He stood still,
Yeah.
watched the glory of God, and as a reward, he was ready to die at his time, but he decided to stay here because he knew we were like him.
Is God gonna let us suffer all the time, a long time?
No.
He'll let us go until our self-will gets broken. If you're going through it and you're still going through it, God's trying to do something. He's trying to break you like he did Jacob. He's trying to break. How many letters did Paul write to the Church of Christ in Corinth?
He wrote poor.
He wrote how many? It's only 2 in here.
Well, God just wanted us to know about the 2, but that were poor because the church at Corinth had many questions for Paul.
Exactly.
Paul stayed with them 18 months and went on to Ephesus to where he wanted to know or correct some
What was
things
going
that
on?
were happening.
There you go. Then he left Ephesus, went to Troas, and then he met Titus at Macedonia. Then he headed out to Jerusalem. And so Paul was really concerned. He had the cares of all the churches, and he was going through some issues. He was going through some things. And Paul wanted the church to know, just keep your head up high. And when you have an issue in your life, don't moan and complain. If you're going through some suffering, don't complain to everybody. Oh, I got this. I got this. Jesus said, don't do that. He said, if you have some issues and you're going through some pain, wash your face and act like nothing has happened. If you need something, don't pray out where everybody can hear like the Pharisees. Go into a closet and talk to God. And this suffering that we're going through comes in different forms. It can be physical, it can be mental, it could be all sorts of ways, but we know how to handle it. God did it to show us what he can do. God did it so we can help others. God did it to break us, and God did it, and he's going to keep on doing it.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you,
Amen.
Brother Carter.
That's our review.
All right, class. Well, you know what? I just love people that want to know. Well, I'm gonna go with God. And if I tell you something that's not in the Bible,
The church say amen.
well, I'm gonna keep studying. But anyway, I love it.
So we
Keep
thank,
coming.
so now we,
Love it.
hey, we supposed to stop crying. Stop crying, you know? Okay. All right, now we ask the brothers to go to the side room there. And then you can just relax right here and be ready to go, everybody else, but the brothers in the side room getting ready for worship service. We got about 10 minutes.